Shalom Aleichem, my dear brothers and sisters. In this video, I would like to tell you a little joke, or maybe it's a real story. I'm not sure if it ever happened or not, but it's funny and I think it has an important lesson in it, and it's worthwhile to hear it. So basically, there was a small Jewish religious town, and in this town, there was one young man who became a heretic. He stopped following the commandments and he started to deny God's existence. And he basically became a heretic, or what we call in Hebrew a Kofer. And this young Kofer became depressed with his life, and because he has nobody to talk to, nobody wants to be his friend, and he cannot, relate to anybody, and therefore he became depressed with his life. And one day he heard that in the nearby town there's an old man who is also a heretic. And so this young heretic decided to go ahead and pay him a visit. So he goes to this nearby town, he finds the address, knocks on the door, and the voice from the inside tells him to come in. So he goes inside and he sees a room filled with smoke. He goes further inside and he sees an old man with a smoke pipe and a magnifying glass looking through books. And this young Kofer says, "Hi, my name is so-and-so, and I'm a heretic, and I've been, I'm so excited to see you, to finally meet you." And this old man looks at him and his eyes lit up with excitement. And the old man says, "Wow, really? I've been searching my whole life for somebody like you." And he says, "Wow, so let's go ahead and start." And the old man says, "Yes, let's begin. Let's begin with reading the Talmud and find the contradictions in the Talmud." And the young man says, "Oh, I'm sorry, I don't really know how to read the Talmud. I haven't read the Talmud." So the old man says, "Okay, that's no problem. Let's discuss the philosophy of the Rambam. The problems with this philosophy." So the young heretic says, "I'm sorry," he says, "I haven't read the Rambam or the Maimonides, so I don't really know, and I can't really contribute to this conversation about philosophy." So the old heretic says, "Okay, so let's at least maybe read the Torah, which is the written Torah, and try to find problems in that." And the young heretic already gets nervous and angry. He says, "Why are you testing me? I told you, I'm a Kofer. I do not know these things. I do not know the Rambam, the Talmud, the Torah. I came here as a Kofer and you're testing me with all these silly questions." So the old man looks at him and he says, "Really? You're a Kofer? I am a Kofer and you're just an idiot." And what's the lesson of this story? The lesson of the story, if somebody claims to be a denier, he has to know what he's denying. He cannot be a denier not knowing what he denies. And yet this is what happens. 99% probably of all the people who call themselves atheists, they haven't read a religious book. They haven't read the whole book. They haven't read the religious philosophy. They haven't read any of the religious works. They probably remember something maybe from childhood when they were 5 years old and they went to some school and somebody was teaching them something. But that's pretty much it. And they haven't done their research, and yet they call themselves an atheist. And in reality, the reason they do that is because this is the easy way out. Out of all the people I've spoken to, very, very few, maybe one out of all the people I know that actually did his research and decided that yes, he's an atheist. But all the people, 90% of them, they're just they call themselves an atheist without really doing any research, without delving into the subject. And in reality, the reason why they do it, like I said, in order to find an easy way out. Because if I'm an atheist, I don't have to watch what I eat. If I'm an atheist, I don't have to watch what I say. People can curse all they want. He's an atheist. He doesn't believe in any punishment. If I'm an atheist, my consciousness is not going to bother me when I'm dishonest in whether business or in dealings, because I'm an atheist. If I don't believe, nothing's going to bother me, and therefore it's easy. The life is easier. The consciousness doesn't bother you as much, and that's why they found a solution to just call themselves simply an atheist, and therefore they don't have to, you know, have morality, and they don't have to watch what they do. And this is, and you know, I remember I had a conversation once with somebody who was telling me that the science, you know, proved against Torah or something like that, and he was talking about carbon dating. He wanted, and then I started asking, because I read something about the carbon dating, so I know a little bit how it works. So I started asking him, and it turned out that he had absolutely no idea how carbon dating work, what even is carbon dating. He couldn't even, you know, explain that, and yet he was convinced that carbon dating proved something, you know, against the Torah. Anyways, thank you for watching.